Once upon a time, in the quiet suburbs of a bustling city, there lived a man named David. David was in his late 50s, with salt and pepper hair and a distinguished air about him. He had spent most of his life working hard, climbing the corporate ladder, and providing for his family. Yet, despite his outward success, David felt a sense of emptiness lingering within him, a feeling that whispered of missed opportunities and neglected dreams. As David sat alone one evening, scrolling through his social media feed, he stumbled upon a video titled 7 Habits That Will Kill Your Future. Intrigued, he clicked on it, expecting to find generic advice he'd heard countless times before. Little did he know, this video would change the course of his life. Living in the past, the video began with a solemn reminder that dwelling on past mistakes and regrets only serves to hinder progress. As David listened, he couldn't help but recall the missed chances and the roads not taken. He realized that clinging to the past had held him back from embracing new opportunities and shaping his future. Fear of change, the narrator spoke of the dangers of staying within one's comfort zone, warning against the paralysis that comes with fear of the unknown. David reflected on his own reluctance to step outside the familiar confines of his routine. He realized that true growth only comes from embracing change, no matter how daunting it may seem. Neglecting personal growth, as the video delved into the importance of continuous learning and self-improvement, David felt a pang of guilt. He had spent years focusing solely on his career, neglecting his personal passions and interests along the way. He vowed to prioritize his own growth and development from that moment forward. Ignoring health and well-being, the narrator stressed the significance of maintaining physical and mental health, emphasizing that neglecting one's well-being ultimately leads to a decline in quality of life. David couldn't help but think of the countless nights he'd spent burning the midnight oil at the office, sacrificing sleep and exercise in the name of success. He made a mental note to prioritize his health moving forward. Lack of financial planning, as the video discussed the perils of living paycheck to paycheck and failing to plan for the future, David felt a knot form in his stomach. Despite his impressive salary, he realized he had little to show for it in terms of savings and investments. He resolved to take control of his financial future and start planning for retirement immediately. Surrounding oneself with negativity, the narrator cautioned against the toxicity of negative influences and toxic relationships, urging viewers to surround themselves with positivity instead. David couldn't help but think of the pessimistic colleagues and acquaintances who had drained his energy over the years. He vowed to cultivate a more positive and supportive social circle moving forward. Losing sight of dreams and goals, the final habit discussed in the video struck a chord with David. It spoke of the danger of settling for mediocrity and allowing one's dreams to fade into obscurity. As he listened, a fire ignited within him, a renewed sense of purpose and determination to chase his long-forgotten dreams with fervor. As the video came to an end, David sat in stunned silence, reflecting on the profound truths he had just absorbed. It was as if a veil had been lifted from his eyes, revealing the path to a future filled with promise and possibility. With newfound clarity, David embarked on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. He began to prioritize his health, nurture his passions, and invest in his personal growth. He reconnected with old dreams and set ambitious goals for the future. Months passed, and David's life underwent a remarkable transformation. He radiated confidence and vitality, inspiring those around him with his newfound zest for life. And as he looked back on the video that had sparked his journey, he realized that the 7 habits it had warned against were no longer a threat to his future. For David had learned that the key to shaping one's destiny lies not in avoiding these habits entirely, but in recognizing them for what they are, obstacles to be overcome on the path to a brighter tomorrow. And so, armed with wisdom and determination, David stepped boldly into the future, ready to embrace whatever challenges and opportunities lay ahead. For he knew that the greatest adventure of all was the journey to becoming the best version of himself.